Hi everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. Today I'm going to give you a yoga conditioning workout. So we're going to work our core and then we're going to do yoga poses and we're going to do conditioning drills in between. So join me and let's begin. We're going to start off, I want you to do cat-cow. So we're going to come onto our hands and our knees, and then I want you to inhale as you stretch head away from tailbone. Exhale, spread shoulder blades wide to the sky. 4, inhale, stretch apart. Exhale, press shoulder blades wide to sky. 3, inhale, exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Come back into neutral spine. Okay, now we're going to do a Pilates push-up. It's different than a regular push-up. Less pectoral muscle and more triceps. So instead of your elbows going wide to the sides, you need to drop your shoulders down, pull your elbows tight to your rib cage. So you could crisscross your ankles to make it a little more comfortable on your knees. Hug elbows in and then press directly straight up again. Avoid this, watch what I'm doing. Avoid bending from your waist only and pushing your elbows to the sides. We incline the whole front of our hips and thighs, go at an angle down to our mat like this. So the front of your thighs travel with you. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2 more, and 1. Exhale. Now, lift up your right arm 3 times, open your shoulders, your chest, rotate to the mat. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, thread the needle, reach under this arm. You're going to drop your shoulder down away from ear. Slide this arm. This hand can either stay under the shoulder or overhead. Drop into those sits bones and just stay here and breathe. We want to get our mobility through middle back, thoracic spine. So your hips are straight, your pelvis is straight. The rotation happens through middle back, thoracic spine. Breathe in, let those sits bones drop down behind you. Exhale. Breathing in, lateral ribs expand, and then you exhale. Good, 2 more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time, you're gonna breathe in, and then you're gonna exhale. Gently release, wonderful. Slide this arm in, press back up to your hands and your knees. Now you're gonna go the other way for 3. I want you to open your collarbones wide, come back. 2, breathe in, collarbones wide, chest opens, your hips are squared to your mat. 1 more, you're gonna inhale, open shoulders, chest. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep twisting now. Twist around your breastbone, that's your central axis point. Drop your shoulder away from ear. If you want, you could slide this arm overhead. Just avoid hiking up your shoulder and breathe. Stay here. Feel the side of the neck elongate. Feel your shoulder release. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften the breath. Inhale, exhale. Get that middle back to release right in between those 2 shoulder blades. 2 more times. Inhale, and then exhale. 1 more time. I want you to inhale, and then exhale. All right. Slide your hand under the shoulder. press all the way up. You're back to your hands and your knees. Okay, we want neutral spine. So we're just gonna keep stretching head away from tailbone. And then we're gonna activate our core. So I want you to feel your abdominals. They scoop into the anterior of the spine. Posterior spine is back here. Anterior spine is approaching from the front. So we're gonna take our toes, we're gonna curl them under. Make sure you drop your shoulders down. And then what I want you to do is lift your knee and then bring it back in. Inhale, and then exhale. 9. Use your core, scooping in tight. 8. 7. Keep that tailbone reaching long. And 6. 5. 4 more. 3. Tailbone long. 2 more. Last set. Come down to your knees. Drop onto the tops of your feet, if that's okay on the knees. Reach the arms all the way back behind your body. Relax your forehead in the mat. Balasana, rest pose. Let your low back release. You're just breathing in and then breathing out. And inhale. And then exhale. Get your lumbodorsal fascia to pull apart your low back. Those sits bones reach straight back behind you. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Breathe into the front, the sides, the back of your ribs. You can even breathe deeply into your belly if you prefer that. Feel the expansion in all directions, and then exhale softly, gently release. That'll help your spine elongate. Release the tension out of your body. Calm your mind, calm your body, and feel the gentleness of spirit. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more times, breathing in, breathing out. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, softly, gently release. Take hands, place them under your shoulders, press head away from tailbone. All right, crisscross your ankles, bring feet through. I'm gonna give you a little preliminary thing to wake up your obliques, the sides of your waist. So I'm going to ask you to peel down, take one knee in, opposite palm, goes mid-thigh to the inner thigh. Now, your leg presses into your palm presses into your leg. Now, see if you can feel the side of your waist, your obliques. So if the left knee is up, see if you could feel those right obliques. Connect. Inhale, exhale, resist thigh, thigh, resist hand, release. Let's do that a couple more of those. Press into your thigh releases the hand. Wake up the sides of your waist. 2 more, press into the, let's do 3 more. Press into the thigh, thigh presses into the hand. And 2 more sets, tighten the core, feel sides of waist, waking up. 1 more time, breathe in, breathe out. Place foot on mat, fold the other knee in, take hand to the inside of your thigh. Your hand presses into your leg presses into your hand. Resist, resist, release. Again, 4. Feel that connection. You're gonna feel the side of your waistline. Wake up, those ribs wrap. Wring out the wet towel. 3 more. 2 more, wring out that wet towel. 1 more, inhale, exhale. Excellent. Now bend the knee, take your hands behind your head and your neck, your elbows go wide open. Now you're gonna twist around your breastbone towards opposite knee, like that. Inhale, now maybe you'll lift this leg up. Modify, just keep the leg down, rotate around your breastbone. 8, rotate. without pulling head out of alignment. And 6, rotate from sides of waist. 5, 4, 3, use your core. 2 more. Last one. Come in. You can either start this way, fold this leg in, press this elbow into the mat, rotate around your breastbone, go the other way. 9, 8, if you want to make it harder, take this leg into the air, keep your back on the mat. 7, you rotate over. And 6, rotate around your breastbone. 5, core is strong. 4, this other elbow presses the mat away. 3, 2 more. And last time, reach, come back in. Excellent. Okay, so why did I have you do that? We want to feel both sides of the ribs wrapping all the way around you to center. We're going to do an exercise called crisscross. Crisscross. Exhale as you cross. Rotate around your breastbone. Avoid letting your back arch off mat. 7. Exhale. Exhale. 6. Breathe in. Exhale. Exhale. 5. Breathe in. 4. Breathe in. Exhale. 3. 2 more. Last set. And come in. Hug in. Let those low back muscles release deep into the mat. Take one hand to each knee and do a knee stir. 4 more. Stabilize pelvis against mat and feel how your femur bones go deeper into the acetabulum, that ball and socket hip joint. 3 and 2. Core is strong. Last one. Reverse directions. Be aware of how your leg bones are going deeper into the hip sockets. 3 more. Spine is long. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. And last one. Excellent. We're going to do one more for our core. Extend into the air. Now, modified, you could keep your head, neck, shoulders down. With osteoporosis, you wouldn't flex your spine up off mat. You would do it like this. Pulse for 2, switch. Pulse for 2, switch. Little scissors. If you do lift, think of an ocean wave. You elongate, you scoop deeply to your spine. You drop your shoulders out of your ears. And you keep your hips totally stable because your core draws into the spine. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. Maybe it's up here so your back doesn't lift off the mat. And 5. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. 4. And 3. 2 more. Last set. All right. Inhale. Nod your chin. Scoop your abdominal wall tight. Slowly, you're going to roll up like that. Okay, we're going to come onto our side. We've been working on our oblique muscles, so we're going to keep it going there. I want you to do a side plank. I want you to stack your knees, and I want you to stack your ankles, and I want you to get your legs to stretch long. So our shoulders or hips or knees or ankles, everything's aligned in a straight line. Be careful not to collapse and put all your weight in your shoulder. We want to make sure that we avoid that. We want to open the chest, collarbone spread wide. Feel the connection from the serratus anterior. It's a muscle mid-axillary line at the top of those ribs, and when you activate it, it will help you stabilize your scapula, your shoulder blades, and your back. So let's try that. Shoulder blades down your back. With the crossed chest, there's spaciousness here. There's a connection under the armpit. Your shoulders are down. Now I want you to just push down and elevate your hips off the mat and hold. Keep chest open. Stay here and breathe for 10, 9, Chest is open, 8. The obliques are wrapping you from the bottom ribs, 7, 6, 5. Lift a little higher, 4, 3, 2 more, and gently lower down. Now we're going to do something to activate them still. This is called a straight leg oblique lift. Imagine the sides of your waist being cut across here, internal, external obliques, okay? You're going to press, make a fist like that, or press your palm into the mat. The whole goal is not to be allowing your shoulders to ride up because it's really uncomfortable if you do that. Tighten into your core, elevate both legs, hold, and then lower them down. 9, hold. You're in a single file line. 8, exhale. 7, legs reach long. Tailbone stretches away from you so you'll avoid arching your back. 6, and then 5. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Awesome. Okay, next, what I want you to do, we're going to do something. Let's do the other side, and then I want to do a yoga twist, okay? So press straight up. Actually, before we do our back stretch from yoga, I want you to do single arm push-ups, but on your side. You have 3 tricep heads. We're going to get the lateral one. So fold the knees, press your palm down into your mat. Now elevate straight up like that. Engage the back of your arm. Now you're going to come back into your mat like that. So you're going to go inhale, and then I want you to go exhale, rise up. Inhale, you're going to lower down. Exhale, you're going to rise up. 8 more. Really give a squeeze to the side back of the arm. 7. 6 more. 5. Breathe in, breathe out. 4 more. Breathe in, breathe out. 3. 2 more. And last one. So now what I want you to do, before you take it to the other side, open, breathe, get those ribs to really open up. Breathe in, breathe out, and close. Excellent. So now we're going to take our legs to the other side of our body. We're going to make a single file line. And then on the other side, we did our plank. We're going to do it again. You stack your knees, and you stack your ankles. Your hips are squared in front. Your shoulders stay down. So I want you to feel how you have to really connect from that serratus anterior, top of ribs, side line, side axillary line, side of body, mid axillary line. And then you want to open your shoulders, your chest. You're pressing into the forearm of the elbow. You want to lift those ribs up. Okay, now we're going to just lift up and hold it for 10. Chest is open. 9, 8. Your hips are straight ahead. 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4. Feel those lower ribs lift up. 3, 2 more. Lift a little higher and gently come in. Awesome. Now come all the way down to your mat. Your palm's going to face down. You're going to relax shoulders down away from the ears. Your legs reach long. You're in a single file line. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Either make a fist to keep that shoulder away from the ear, or press your palm gently into the mat. Square your hips straight in front. Press into your mat. Lift your legs. And it's the sides of your waist, your internal, external obliques start to wrap around you a little tighter. 9, 8. Deep exhale, scoop the core tight. 7, 6. You're going to reach and stretch. And 5. Reach and stretch. And 4. 3 more. Reach and stretch. 2 more. Last one, hold, and gently release. Now we're gonna bend our knees. Remember what we did on the other side. We're gonna press this palm against the mat, your shoulders down and back. Get into your lateral tricep head. Triceps have 3 heads. So let's get into that back side one. And you're gonna go exhale, do a little single arm push-up. The other way, facing the mat's a lot harder, single arm, but this is also good to do for your arm. It's not as hard as if you're facing the mat. 8. It'll strengthen your shoulder, your arm. 7, your back end. 6, exhale, press up. 5 more, you're gonna exhale, press up. 4, shoulder blades, anchor down your back. 3, press straight back up. 2 more, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more, you're gonna breathe in, breathe out. Now once you come up, your knees are stacked, and I just want you to open, breathe, really open shoulders, open your heart, stretch your chest, deep inhalation, and you're gonna exhale and turn. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're gonna face the mat. We're gonna extend our legs straight behind our body. And what I want you to do, you're gonna take your right hand, you're gonna fold it 90 degrees, and then you're gonna take the left palm, you're gonna push the left palm into the mat, really open your shoulder, your armpit twist. Maybe you'll place this foot on the mat behind you. You're gonna get a deep stretch under the armpit, into the pectoral, and then you're gonna feel your shoulder, that anterior delt. So you're just getting the side of the neck, that sternocleidomastoid. You're getting a bunch of different things to stretch right now. And again, the rotation is happening through your thoracic spine. Your pelvis is squared. You twist through mid-back. You twist around your breastbone. That way you're keeping your low back safe. Breathe in and then breathe out. Feel that lateral rib cage expansion. Exhale. Ribs expand. Exhale. Spine is long. 2 more. Ribs expand. Exhale. Spine is long. 1 more. Breathing in. Exhale. Woo. Now slowly return to center. And then we're going to stretch out our back and our neck. And then we're going to go the other way. So you're going to make this fold, 90-degree angle. Palm is on the mat. This other hand goes right under the shoulder. Lift this leg. Rotate. Your hips are squared. Rotate around your breastbone, your central axis point. And then just stay here. Feel how you're getting into the pectoral muscle, the anterior delt under the armpit, the side of those ribs stretching apart. Stay here and breathe. Get the whole side to open up. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more times. Really get those ribs to expand. Breathing in, breathing out. And 1 more time. Lateral ribs expand. And inhale. And exhale. Softly, gently release. Slowly, I want you to bring your palm directly under your shoulder. Lift that foot up. Rotate down to your mat. Awesome. Gently wiggle hips side to side. Just rock your pelvis. Release your lumbar spine, low back. Now release your neck, your cervical spine, side to side. Come back center. Now what I want you to do, we're going to do a modified plank facing the mat. Okay, now when we do our modified plank facing the mat, I want you to go deep into your internal, external obliques, the sides of your waistline. So I want you to think of the ribs wrapping around you. You're going to keep stretching your tailbone long the way, because when you're in your plank, you don't want to arch your back like that. You want to keep tailbone long. So we take our elbows under our shoulders, and then we're going to drop our shoulders away from our ears. Keep the chest open. Collarbones are nice and wide. Now I want you to curl your toes under so you have a little pedestal to stand on, because you're going to lift up, shoulder blades down your back. Now start drawing your abdominal muscles deep into your spine. Now lift and hold for 10, 9, wrap those ribs, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep tailbone long, 4, 3, 2 more. Now drop down. Now from here, hold for your Sphinx. And we're just gonna keep lifting our heart through the arms. Stretch chest, shoulders relaxed. Breathing in and then breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, create some space between each vertebra in your back. Make some more space. We need more extension in daily life because everything is forward movement, flexing our spines. When Joseph Pilates was alive, there were no computers. And I can assure you, when the yogis were alive, thousands of years ago, there were no computers. And they moved their spines in every direction. They knew the importance of moving the spine in each direction that could move in. So 8 hours or more in one day is a lot of hours to be in one direction. So think about that for a second. The human body isn't designed to sit in a chair behind a desk for long, long hours. It's just not meant to sit that way. So you have to do things to undo the sitting. Otherwise, things get really cramped and your spine will actually change alignment. You'll get more kyphotic. So from here, this next thing that I'm going to have you do, let's do one more modified plank, and we're going to add knee touches, knee dips, and then when you dip down one knee, that cuts across your obliques even more. So let's try it. So you're going to curl the toes under, shoulders away from your ears, scoop the abdominal wall deeply into your back. You're going to elevate up, tap one knee, lift up, tap the other knee, lift up. 9, tighten core to low back. 8, 7, scoop core tight, and 6, and 5, tailbone long. 4, so you're keeping your back neutral. 3, ribs rack. 2 more, and last one. Gently lower down. Now you roll your shoulders down away from the ears, press into your palms, rise up, and then let's come back into another little rest pose. Curl those toes under, drop your sits bones straight behind you, and then maybe your forehead comes to the mat. Maybe you'll put a yoga block to bring the mat up to your forehead. You'll see what you want to do. Palms to sky, and then relax for a moment. Your sits bones reach straight back behind your body. Breathe in and then breathe out. Release the spine. Pull heart forward, sits bones pull back behind you. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Tailbone long, last one. All right, hands come under the shoulders. Press through. And then I want you to crisscross your ankles one more time. I couldn't do this for the longest time because my knee wouldn't bend that much. It sucked so bad, but now it's better. In that respect, I can bend to go through. I want you to do a set of bridging to strengthen your core, to strengthen your glutes, and to work on your spinal stability. Lower down to your mat. Your feet are going to come into the mat, hip width apart. I want you to avoid letting your knees go wider than the hips. I want you to avoid just knocking the knees together with the ankles wide. See if you can align shoulder joint, hip joint, middle of knee, over ankles. Now, when you do that, tighten your core, chest opens, press the backs of your arms, press your palms into the mat and lift. And then I want you to feel like your inner thighs pull together, and then just feel elongation through the front of your hips and your thighs, and then lower straight to the mat again. Feel how your hips touch down simultaneously against the mat. And then you exhale, you lift up. Avoid letting your back arch, so you have to stretch your tailbone away from your breastbone. And then you come straight down with control as the core deepens to your back. 8 more. Straight back down to mat. 7 more. Lift. Tighten core to spine. Straight to mat. 6. I want you to feel the hips loosening, this hip hinge. It's lengthening. You're engaging your glutes. You're lifting your pelvis. Lower straight to mat. And 5. Really feel your glutes working. 4 more. Hips go up, hips go down. 3. Really strengthen your core, your spine stability, tailbone long, connect through. Last one. Lifting up. Coming straight to mat. And then we're going to get a little deeper into your glute, your lateral hip rotators. Gemellus, let me think. Gemellus inferior, gemellus superior. I'm trying to remember all the muscle groups. There's tons of them. The external rotators of the hips. Gemellus superior, gemellus inferior. Flex your feet, press your elbow against inner thigh. And I want you to just keep gently pressing into the inner part of the thigh. So that inner thigh has a lot of muscles too. I can remember those better. Adductor magnus, adductor longus, adductor brevis, gracilis, sartorius. It's weird. Your brain remembers things from kinesiology, physiology, anatomy. You remember certain things, and other things your brain just loses. It's weird. You're going to press your inner thigh out, flex your feet, and feel how it cuts across the side, right in there. That's what we want to target. Flex your feet to energetically open the space in your hips, and then it also protects your knees. Head away from tailbone. Feel your spine lengthen into the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Get those hips to release in your glutes. Breathing in, breathing out. Head lengthens away from tailbone. It's that axial elongation of the spine, stretching in opposing directions. That Ida and Pingala energy flows. Feminine and masculine energy, where we want it to balance, ideally. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. Now slowly, I want you to reach between the knee and the ankle, drawing the shin closed. You can relax that bottom ankle, pull in, and you're going to get really deep into your glute, like right in here, like a dagger going boom, right into that spot there. And let it release. Just breathe into it. Exhale, gently let it release. Get the tension to ease out of it with every breath you take. Inhaling and exhaling. Our hips and our glutes can really hold on and trap stagnant energy, and we really want to get rid of it. Otherwise, we get stiff And then that stiffness starts to cause problems because it can pull your bones out of alignment. If your bones get pulled out of alignment, then you can get arthritis and different things. Degeneration of the joints occur, and we don't want that. Breathing in, release all the trapped energy, let it go through the exhale. Release that trapped energy. One more deep inhale. Exhale, gently release. Wonderful. I want you to release that leg that was just crossed. Now, watch what happens if you extend your legs straight to the mat. Notice how the front of the hip feels. Notice how the back of the hip feels. One side feels more open and released, heavier on the mat. The back might be even closer on the mat on that one side. So now let's repeat it and bring it even and balanced on the other side. So we're just going to crisscross the ankle, reach under that thigh, flex your feet for the first part of the stretch, and then you're going to press that elbow into the inner thigh to twist it externally, getting that femur bone to go deeper into the socket. And then you're just going to feel how the low back falls gently into your mat, and just stay here and breathe. Spine is long, into the mat. Getting into those lateral hips and glutes. We'll just do one more stretch after this to get our inner thighs. Feel that inner thigh rotating outward. Flex your feet, protect your hips, your knees. Breathing in, breathing out. Two more deep inhales here. Last one, deep inhale. Exhale, softly, gently release. So now we're going to take it from our lateral hip, and we're going to go a little deeper into our glutes. That actually feels like a dagger being pushed in. So let's take our hands from behind the thigh, slide them to mid-shin, draw in close, relax this ankle. And again, it's going to feel like something digging in a little higher up in there. Go up to the top of the thigh, the hamstring, and then it just goes a little higher right into that glute. Breathe, let the tension go. Avoid keeping any trapped energy in there. Breathing in, exhale, release. Breathing in, exhale, release. I ran today and it was so hot. It took a while, I think 75 minutes to run. And I went a little further than usual, but usually I'd be back by then. And I had to stop and walk because I could feel my whole body heating up. And just a sign for you to know when it's hot and you're sweating and your body starts to get the chills and goosebumps, that's taking you into heat exhaustion. So when you feel that, you have to stop running and you stop increasing your internal core temperature. It's very important so you don't take your heat exhaustion into heat stroke. So you listen, you go to a shade. I had Powerade with me and I kept drinking. And when I'd feel my body heat up like that and start to get the chills and shiver and goosebumps, I'd go into a shade and I'd just stop and breathe deeply, and you could feel your heat coming back down, and you have to do that. Otherwise, you keep going higher and higher, and you can have a stroke, heat stroke, and it's not a thing you want. It can have irreversible damage, and it can kill you. So you need to know the signs. If you run in a hot environment, always take water. And if you're running for a lengthy time than a half hour, you should have something with electrolytes in it. Ideally, you really should. So after you feel your glute release, you're gonna let that leg go, and then lengthen your legs out again. See if your low back is super close to the mat. It feels kind of like energy going down through the front of the hips and thighs. You'll feel like your low back isn't as arched. It's not as far from your mat. That should feel pretty good. So you just have a nice release through hips and glutes. And then I'm gonna have you do a reverse plank. We did plank face down, we did plank sideways. So I'd also like to do a reverse plank. So let's take our knees, bend them in, curl forward. So you want to feel like you're stretching your spine, and then slowly reach over the center, and then elongate straight up, lift heart. Awesome. Now take your hands behind you, press palms directly under the armpits, squeeze your inner thighs together, and you're either gonna go like this, where your legs lift up, so you press your thighs up again, you make a table, you squeeze those inner thighs together, and you just hold it here and breathe. So that's one way. If you're doing it this way, take one leg out, feel glute and hamstrings, take the other leg out, glute and hamstrings. Knees are side by side, lift your heart, 4. Chest is open, 3. Press hips to sky, 2. Last one. And then take it all the way down. Shake out your knees. I run with shoes on. Sometimes I do beach runs, and lately I've been doing shoe runs, so I get different colors from whatever's in the sun and what's not in the sun. It's kind of funny. Different shades. We're going to do heels down. You're going to lift up your heart. Your core scoops tight to your back. You're going to press down. Now engage your glutes. Think your abdominals pull all the way to your back. And then you're going to go like this. All those storms in the ocean made the waves on the beach so high, and then the tide came up so high. I just started running more on the sidewalk for a bit. Now I'll go back to the beach and run soon. You're gonna lift up your hips. Now squeeze your glutes. Your heart lifts, and just hold for 10. Keep elevating. 9, breathe, engage your glutes. Core is strong. 8, 7, 6, your chest stays open. 5, just hold that reverse plank. 4, your core is scooping tight. 3, and 2, last one. Slowly bring pelvis to mat. And now we're gonna end with a straddle pose, because I wanna get our inner thighs to lengthen. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna grab my yoga block. You could grab a blanket, a yoga block, or whatever you want. We're gonna bring our legs to the sides of our body. And I don't want you to force the absolute end range. Have a little bit more to give, so you're not like in deep pain or anything, just trying to hold it. Your knees need to face up. Your feet, your toes face up. We don't want that internal rotation because we don't want to sacrifice the integrity of that hips joint. We got to keep that protected. Everybody has a different degree of angle where the femur bone inserts. Some of us have less angle, less flexibility. Some of us are more loosey-goosey, and you can go straight out into a straddle and just chill out and hang out like you have no bones in your body. And it's cool, but it also has its drawback where you don't have stability. And then you could get in trouble later on with hypermobile joints, where your joints go beyond straight and they get really, you could get pain and stuff later in life because your joints they're lax, they don't have support or stability. And in that case, you should try not to go to the very end range. You should try to develop strength to hold something without letting it go and just collapsing, because it can. So there's a difference. So you just want to be able to learn, know what's right, what's good. And sometimes I wish I could do a straddle, but I could never do that because I was born like Forrest Gump and my legs were all the way twisted in. So even though I had braces and casts and stuff, there's no way, the way that the bone angle goes in, there's nothing I can do. I would never like be able to stand up and go straight like the Kung Fu masters do. There's no way I could do that. Gymnast couldn't do it. So you're gonna push through your feet, you're gonna elevate your heart, and just find the angle where you're pushing it, but you're not forcing it, and that's your range. And then we just stay here and breathe in our straddle pose. And you will get a release in time. It'll start to give, so you could go deeper. So we just stay here, we breathe into it. You just breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. It's like you pull your heart through the arms, and now try to go a little deeper. Once you feel that initial give, keep the knees facing up. Reach through the bottoms of your feet. Relax shoulders away from ears. Just chill and breathe. Maybe your forehead's on the mat, on the block. Maybe your forearms are. See what works for you. Breathe in, breathe out. Just hang, breathe. It feels nice. Word of caution, if you have herniated discs, low back issues, this can make it worse, so you need to be careful. Avoid going too far forward. It can set off symptoms, so you gotta be careful. Not go as deep. Maybe bend one leg at a time. Just breathe, just watch yourself. Make sure you don't overdo it. You can also do that if you have sciatica, because sciatica can start in the spine and it travels down. So when you come forward like this, it can make it worse. So just gotta be careful. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. See if you could go a little deeper without forcing it. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel front side ribs expand, entire spine elongates. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those hamstrings, part of them are getting a nice stretch right now. Those inner thighs, hip opener, low back. Breathe in, breathe out. Excellent. Breathing in, breathing out. breathing in, breathing out. Now you can either come up to your forearms. If your body tells you you've had enough here, it's starting to get a little squirmish, you're going to start working your way out of it. If you feel like you can go even deeper, you can go deeper for a moment. We'll take a breath or two, going a little deeper. Just lift up your breastbone, avoid rounding your low back, and then maybe you'll just stretch, 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 breathe, breathe in, breathe out. Really get the middle back to stretch long so you're not rounding it. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, exhale one more time, breathing in, exhale, slowly rise up, head away from tailbone, come in, squeeze those thighs together, shake out those knees for a second. Woohoo, we made it, everyone. How about that? We finished. Do a little windshield wiper, fold the knees in, place your palms on the mat, and we're just gonna go side to side a couple times. Oh, roll across the soreness of those two hips. Oh, release those hips. All right. Mine are sore after I run. Yours might not be sore. Two more. Release. Excellent. All right. So we're just gonna crisscross our ankles. Take a second. Do a couple little shoulder rolls. Up, down, back, away from your ears. Release the tension out of the shoulders, out of your neck. Now go the other way. Up and forward. Up and forward. 3 more. Release that tension. 2 more. Last one. Now, as long as you haven't had rotator cuff surgery recently where it hurts your shoulder, we're gonna clasp our hands together like this, but I want you to do it behind your back. Take one hand behind your back, take the other hand, greet it, clasp them to the side, slowly tilt ear to shoulder. Feel the side of the neck stretch and lengthen, and just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Slowly go towards the side where your hands are. You're getting a deep traction on that opposite shoulder. Feel that deep stretch in there. Stay here and breathe for a moment. You wouldn't do this if you have neck hardware where you have fusion in your neck vertebra, because it's fused together for a reason, so you got to be careful, know your body. You're just breathing in, breathing out. Sides of neck elongate. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. Slowly return center. Now we're going to clasp our hands like we did. Go to the other side, relax shoulders down away from ears. You're going to tilt away from the hands. It's going to be a little easier stretch on this side because it's going to get tighter as we go towards the hands. Take a breath here. Slowly center and then go the other way. Feel the opposite side of the neck. Inhale, exhale. Only do it if you know you're able to do it. No fusion. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel side of neck lengthen. One more deep inhale. Awesome. Gently release your hands. And let's just close out our practice together. I appreciate you so much for taking your time to join me for this session tonight. Bring hands to heart and Anjali Mudra, giving thanks for this time to take to make your body stronger, more resilient, and feel that peace and that inner calm from just balancing out, taking the time to go inward, to center yourself, ground your energy, pull your energy back from the many places you place it every day, Just pull it back in, regenerate yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. So thanks for joining. If you like my content, please hit share, like, subscribe. That helps me greatly. Appreciate you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Peace. Hope you enjoyed the workout.